Hi, this is Dr. Andrea Campbell from St. Thomas University, here to talk to you about some ideas and some of my research. I've been doing some research into superheroes who are our modern mythic and folk hero figures, and I think it's really interesting how they play into the traditional folk hero roles. There's been a lot of research done into folk heroes and mythic heroes, and there are certain things that tend to happen with these kinds of heroic figures. One common feature is that the very attributes of their personality that allow them to protect society and save us from harm and keep us from danger are attributes that allow them to not fit into society. So if you look at three of our most favorite superheroes, we have Batman, we have Superman, and we have Spiderman. And what I think is very interesting is that this mythic tradition plays out in each one of these heroes, and yet in each one in slightly different ways. First, we have Spider-Man. He is the basic good guy. He's totally good, he's committed to right, he risks himself and his life and his love and his happiness constantly to save people. And yet he's perceived by society and by the icons of society and the representatives of society as a bad guy. So the police always think that he's the one who's doing the bad things. They're always after him trying to catch them. And he has to work just as hard to elude capture by the police as he does to elude danger from the bad guys. The same with the editor of Peter Parker, his alter ego. The editor always thinks that Spider-Man's the bad guy and is always wanting to help the police catch them. So while he's actually good, he's completely rejected by the very society that he's trying to save, and he has to hide his own personality so that he doesn't get caught. Then you have Batman, the Dark Knight. Aptly named. He's a very, very dark character. He's very tormented by his past, and while he is accepted by the police, in fact, they have the big bat sign they put in the sky to call him when they need him, he's actually not 100% committed to good the way Spider-Man is. He's willing to break the rules. He walks that line, hence the Dark Knight. So he's really a vigilante hero. He isn't as committed to the ideals of truth and justice. He's more the end justifies the mean. So he, again, is sort of marginalized by society. He doesn't accept those societal rules. He breaks those rules in order to be able to succeed. He's always walking back and forth, almost becoming a bad guy and then redeeming himself. Then you have Superman. He is the one who's the most blatantly accepted, good. Everybody loves Superman. Nobody thinks Superman is a bad guy. He stands for truth, justice, and the American way. He dresses in American colors. He is completely accepted and revered. And yet he is the one who is completely not part of society because he's not even human. He's not from Earth. He's from another planet. There is no way that he can fully integrate because he isn't fully human. So here are three interesting ways that these superheroes fit into the traditional mythic, folk hero, superhero, folklore hero tradition. Things to think about when you're at the movies.